Hello. Hello, hello, hello. I am Alisha Richard, and I would like to say thank you so much for viewing this video. In today's episode, we will be talking about the 5 things that you should do before you quit your job, okay? These are the 5 things that you need to do. Like, it's so essential. And before I get to that, I'll let you know how I am the person to be talking about this. Well, I have been an entrepreneur. In 2020, it will be for 9 years that I have been a professional photographer. And my husband has helped me a lot throughout my journey. And I was like, you know what? I really want to just help people so that they can know what they should do so that they won't make the same mistakes that I've made for the past 9 years. So here's literally every single thing that you need to do, in my opinion, before you quit your job. So I do have my notes because I don't want to get off topics, okay? All right, so the first one is have a plan. Do not quit your job without having a plan. And that is, it's often said that, to have like 3 to 6 months of finances set aside before you quit your job. Girl, that is so true. Like, you legit need to have all of your finances in order. And as a wife, I could talk with my note card too, but as a wife, as a mom, right now you are doing your hobby or your side hustle. That's what you're doing right now. But what I need you to do is make sure that you have all of your finances in order. For me, I would recommend not 3 to 6 months, but even a little bit more than that, only because you don't want your family to struggle. Say, for instance, when your son is playing basketball and he may need something extra, you know what I'm saying? Maybe like some shoes or maybe a jersey, or if your daughter's doing dance and she needs an extra uniform, or they're going somewhere out of town, you're gonna need like extra money. So the best advice that I could give you, if someone would have sat me down like 9 years ago and say, Alisha, this is what you need to do before you quit your job, then I would have taken it like in for real. So I would say have a plan. Know what your expenses are going to be for your business. Like, say for instance, and I'll give you an example what happened to me. I actually started my business off of like credit cards and like credit cards paid for my camera. And now we are legit like still paying for certain cameras that we purchased years ago because we put it on a credit card. So I want you to know, like, what do your expenses for your business actually look like? Let's say for instance, if you are going to start a business as a hairstylist, how much is that dryer going to cost? And how much is, the building going to cost? Or are you going to start from your home? Like, you got to start adding up like all sorts of things. And a lot of times people look at, being a creative entrepreneur as like something fancy. Well, it is. It's a little cool. But at the same time, you need to know where the finances are at. And I'm not like the financial guru, but I just know from experience that you definitely need to have some cushion involved when it comes to starting your business. The next thing is know what your clientele is. Like, do you have a clientele, people that are legit going to help you? I would recommend that you need to know who your market that you are serving and how you are going to get those people in the door. Because when you first start your business, you are literally going to start doing stuff for free. Like, you are going to start with your mama, your sister, your brother, your cousin, your auntie. That is how businesses are started. Period. I'll tell you a little bit about my story. When I first started my business, one of the very first photo shoots that I've done was a co-worker of mine. And I was like, oh my gosh, the photo shoot turned out really good. And then I just started taking more pictures of my mom, my sister, my family. That is how you are going to start, because everybody's going to be like, congratulations, girl. I know you want to start your business, but I ain't buying from you. That's just how your family is. That's just how your friends are. Like, some of them, like, they're not going to buy from you. But you could practice a whole lot on your family and on your friends so that when it is time for you to present something to your clients, right? When it's time for you to present something to your clients, you actually have something to show them. Your client is not going to know that that was your mom that you painted that picture for, or your client is not going to know that that was your sister who hair you styled. Your potential client isn't going to know that. Your potential client isn't going to know that, like, as a photographer, you first started, with your sister's friend and you did their engagement session. Your ideal client is not going to know that. So you need to know what your clientele is. You need to know who you are going to serve, and then start practicing. Start practicing on your mom and on your sisters, because they are the ones who are not going to pay kindly. Thank you, Mom. We love you, but you never pay for your services. Okay, so that's just being honest. That's just being honest. Okay, so the next thing is to create a game plan of goals. Now, I will say this. What are your goals? How much money do you want to make? And when it comes to that, what services are you going to provide? So you definitely need to have a game plan. See if there is someone who is doing the same thing that you are doing, right? See if there's someone that is doing the same thing similar to what you want to do, and add your own twist to it. So there is a book that I would recommend, and I will have a video coming up of all the books that you should read. But before you quit your job, right? So you have to have the knowledge about your job. You have to know how you're going to market yourself. You have to know, what is your game plan? How many times are you going to go away from home? How many times are you going to go away from your family? Or is your business something that you could operate from home? So you definitely need to have a game plan. How am I going to get the job done? How long is it going to take? What is it going to take away from my family? What is it going to take away from my marriage? And you need to formulate your plan that way. Got it? The next thing is, and I just talked about that, know what's involved with your business and how long certain tasks are going to take. So say, for instance, with me as a photographer, it normally takes me about maybe an hour to do like a photo shoot. And it normally takes me weeks to edit a wedding and a reception. So I need to know how long those tasks are going to take. So when it's time to go pick my son up from school, I need to have everything done before my kids get home. I need to have everything done before my husband gets home, because in the evening, that's more for your family time. And once the kids go to bed, then you start working on your business again. So know how long things are going to take. And, it fluctuates all the time, but essentially you really need to know. The last thing that I want to say is, and I got my business card so I can stay, not business card, my notepad so I can stay on track, is how will you market your business? This is a very good thing. All right. So just like how we said before, your mother, oh my gosh, she is going to sing your glory and sing your praises. Your dad, your sisters, your brothers, they are going to share. That's how you first start. Yeah. The next thing is, how are you going to market your business? A lot of people overlook, and I'm going to say this in the most confidence, a lot of people overlook word of mouth. Do not overlook word of mouth. I know that we live in a social media age, and I know that we thrive off of hashtags, but girlfriend, let me tell you, you know how many times someone would pick up the phone and say, do you know a photographer? Yeah, you may ask Facebook, but at the end of the day, you're going to go to your sister and be like, have you heard about this person? You're going to pick up the phone, you're going to ask everybody that you have a relationship with, do you know this business owner? So never underestimate the power of word of mouth, because it still works. And people find me. People have found my business. I will tell you how people have found me. People have found my business, yes, by way of word of mouth, because a recommendation can be typed in Google or typed through Facebook, but then people also wants to know, what is her personality like? Can I actually match with this person? Do I actually like this person? Do this person understand my vision and what I want? So you have to realize that word of mouth still works. By way of hashtags work as well. So on Instagram, I have had people that have found my business through a hashtag. But when you do things like through a hashtag, you got to be real specific on how you use those hashtags. And you literally have to narrow it down on how you use your hashtags so that people can find your business. So anyway, are you going to use social media? Are you going to be on Facebook? Are you going to be on Instagram? Are you going to be on LinkedIn? Are you going to be, what social media platforms are you going to create a website? And how much is that website going to cost? So these are essential questions, and almost these are the most important questions to me that I would tell somebody that they need to do before they start their business. The next thing is, this is not on my list, but do not, and I'm going to say this, do not start your business without having some sort of lifestyle that you are going to have. Because I'm going to tell you this. I would tell you this, and people overlook this because they'll say, have your marketing, have your finances, have this, have that. Girl, let me tell you, before you start your business, you need to make sure you eating, if not all the way right, at least halfway right. Because if your body is not functioning the way that it should be, you're not going to have a business. So you got to make sure that you exercise. You got to make sure that you eating right. If not eating all the way right, at least one fruit or one vegetable and drinking some water throughout your day. That is the most grandest advice that I could give anyone, because I'll tell you this and I will let this go, because with me, the best shots that I take as a photographer comes from like down below. Like I ain't gonna get up right now because I legit got on like, so let me show you like these. I got on a dress, right? But the best shots that I get come from down below. If I don't do my squats, girl, let me tell you, for real, if I don't do some squats, then I'm not getting the best shot. So that means that I need to be exercising. That means that I need to be taking care of my body, because if you are not taking care of your body, you don't have a business. So that probably should have been number one. So thank you, Lord, for letting that come to me. You have to take care of your body before you could even put yourself out there. So in closing, this is the honest to God truth. The last thing not even the last thing, the other thing that you need to do and need to have is a prayer life. You need to have a prayer life, because you want to know why? As an entrepreneur, and I feel God moving. Oh man, as an entrepreneur, this is the biggest part of my business. And I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to be honest. The biggest part of my business is because I have faith. Is because I pray. Oh, Jesus. God is so amazing. Oh my gosh. Whew. God has been so amazing in my business that for the past 9 years, as I took a leap of faith, I had my finances. All that finances stuff is so good. But girl, let me tell you, there are going to come some days in your life when you're going to need prayer. And you're going to say, Lord, I don't know where these clients are coming from. I don't even know how they're going to find me. God, I need you. You have to have a prayer life. That is no exception. Period. I know what YouTube is saying, all these fancy books and all that. That's fine too. But my biggest thing is, I remember sometimes I still pray, God, I need this client. I need a certain client by the end of the week. And I get a phone call or I get a text. God, I'm trying to feed my children. How is that going to come? So that's the biggest thing. That probably should have been number one. Prayer. You need prayer. You need prayer. You need prayer. You need faith, and you need belief. I don't know what your religion is. I don't know who you believe in. I don't know what you believe in. But all I know is if you're going to tread this journey as an entrepreneur, oh yeah, you got to have faith. And you got to know without a shadow of a doubt that things are going to come and things are going to happen for you. So before I leave, I just want to let you know, let me do a recap. And I added 2. Now it's 7 things that you need to do. Now it's 7 things. So let me give you a recap on what you need to do. Have a plan. Have a financial plan. Excuse me. You need to know what kind of clientele you are going to have. You need to create, like how I said, a game plan, a financial plan, a daily plan, whatever that looks like to you. You need to know how long it's going to take to do certain things in your business. Who are you going to hire? Are you going to hire someone, or are you going to be a solopreneur? The next thing is, how will you market yourself? Are you going to market yourself through Facebook, through Instagram, through whatever, through the phone book? I don't know. Whatever works for you. Hey, that's fine. Remember, word of mouth works. The other thing you need to do is to make sure that you take care of your body, and to make sure that you pray and have a relationship with God. That is the best thing that I could give you. Hey, that's it. That's what the Lord said. That's what the Lord says, for real. So in closing, if you want to know where to find me, right? I am hanging out like in all different kind of places. But if you want like a longer form of content where I legit like just go and just dive deep into things, if you say, I really like Alisha, I really like what she's talking about, and I want to join her, we have a podcast, and it's A Rich Life podcast. It's on A Rich Life. It's on Google Play, Stitcher, all of the podcast platforms. And I have legit recorded over 89 episodes. So if you click on the link below, but before you do that, make sure that you first subscribe. Girl, I can tell you've been Googling, trying to figure out your business. Girl, let me tell you. Subscribe. Then that way you could get updates all of the time on when we are doing another YouTube video. But if you want to do something where it's more like audio, you want to listen to it while you driving in your car, trying to tell the kids to be quiet. If you want to listen to something, maybe while you are folding clothes or while you are transitioning from one classroom to the next, if you want to really listen, that's the audio part. A Rich Life podcast. And the website is www.arichlife.co. So thank you so much for viewing this. I pray to the good Lord that you have found some value in this. Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate you. We want you, and you are going to live a rich life, not just in your mind, your body, and your soul, but in your business as well. Thank you so much. I am Alisha Richard, and all of the places where you could find me are right below. I appreciate you, and I love you more than words will ever be able to express. Thanks again, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, girl. Bye.